Sicilian defense, open, Najdorf, Adams attack. Sharp a back and forth game where both players had chances. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. Both players navigated the middle game well. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. The c-pawn in the Sicilian defense controls the d4 square. Nf3 moves the knight toward the center in anticipation of a pawn push on d4, where it will be ready to retake the piece if black captures on d4. When black eventually plays nf6, white is prevented from moving the piece to e5 by the opening of the light-squared bishop on d6. d4 offers to trade the d-pawn for the c-pawn, giving up a center pawn for more active pieces. Cx d4 gives black 2 central pawns versus 1 central pawn for white. Nx d4 recaptures the pawn and activates the knight in return for having 1 central pawn versus black's 2 central pawns. Nf6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the undefended e4 pawn. Nc3 defends the e4 pawn and starts to develop on the queen side. A6 prepares the queenside pawn advance b7 b5, and also prevents white from playing the bishop or knight to b5. h3 takes control of the g4 square and may prepare the g4 pawn push. A pawn kicks the opposing knight, forcing it to move or risk being captured. The knight is thus brought to safety. By growing a bishop from its initial square, this activates it. By doing this, a bishop moves out of its beginning square and into the action. By growing a bishop from its initial square, this activates it. It is a fair deal after all captures. Recaptures. This develops a knight from its starting square, activating it. This activates a queen by developing it off of its starting square. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling queenside tends to be more active because the rook is closer to the center. It is the last book move. This blocks an attack on a vulnerable pawn. It is best. What I would have advised is that it is ideal. Castling develops a rook, while also getting the king to safety. By castling to the opposite side of the board as the opponent, the game will tend to be more double-edged. It is excellent. This is not the right idea. It is an inaccuracy. This develops a rook off its starting square, getting it into the action. This threatens to double the pawns in front of the king. It is best. This prevents the opponent from being able to double the pawns in front of the king. It is good. There were worse moves, but also something much better. It is an inaccuracy. This mobilizes the knight, allowing it to control more of the board. It is best. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. This is not the best. It is an inaccuracy. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? This allows the opponent to take an outpost with the knight. It is a mistake. This takes an outpost, an active square where the knight cannot be kicked out by a pawn. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This is an equal trade. This is the only good move. It is a great move. Backs off. It is ideal. Very precise. It is best. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. This threatens to win a knight. It is best. This makes it impossible for the adversary to capture a knight. That's good. When the queen retreats, this attack wins a tempo. It is ideal. This moves the queen to safety. It is excellent. This misses a chance to make a pawn-winning threat. It is incorrect. This defends the attacked pawn. It is good. This loses a chance to imply that winning a pawn is possible. It is incorrect. There was just one smart move to be made. It falls flat. This ignores an opportunity to defend a knight that was under attack. It is a miss. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This overlooks an opportunity to centralize a knight so it controls more squares. This permits the opponent to kick a knight. It is a mistake. This ignores a better way to recapture a piece. This permits the opponent to take an open file with the rook. It is a miss. This misses a chance to capture an open file with the rook. It is incorrect. Although white lost their edge, the game is still almost evenly matched. It is incorrect. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. This is not the right idea. It is an inaccuracy. There were worse moves, but also something much better. It is an inaccuracy. There was only one good move in that position. This overlooks an opportunity to increase a bishop's scope by moving it to a better square. It is a mistake. That's fine. It is good. On the file, the rooks are strategically doubled and forcefully combined. That's good. The pawn is now adequately defended. It is best. This permits the opponent to kick a rook. It is a mistake. Sharp a back and forth game where both players had chances. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. Both players navigated the middle game well. This overlooks an opportunity to kick a rook. It is an inaccuracy. Sharp a back and forth game where both players had chances. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. Both players navigated the middle game well.